Hey, what is going on, guys? This is DK back at you with another video here to break down this 4-game NBA preseason slate here on Tuesday. A couple things before I get into the video. One, again, we're over 820 subscribers. Thank you guys all so much. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy the content. We got new videos up every day for NFL DFS as well as NBA DFS. And then two, again, I'm doing a weekly giveaway on this channel. All you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry in the giveaway. It starts with my video, my Monday night video from last week, goes throughout the week, and ends with my Monday night video, at the end of the week. So however many videos up for the week, you can enter it that many times. So say if I have 10 videos up for the week, you can enter it 10 times. And again, the winner will receive a $20 PayPal from myself. And with that out of the way, let's jump into it. So Draftkings has been acting really weird here on my computer. I've been getting too many requests. Your IP is making too many requests. Access has been temporarily suspended. So I don't want to get away from this page right now. It took me a little bit to get to this page itself. But we can go over my lineup. I'll tell you guys who I had in my Monday lineup for NBA preseason. So this is what I went with. Trae Young, Pat Connaughton, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Vucevic, Lonzo Ball, John Collins, Julius Randle. I think I'm going to come up a little bit short. But yeah, I stacked Atlanta, New Orleans, just because two of the fastest-paced teams in the league, two teams that play really bad defense. So stack those guys. I threw Connaughton in there because Milwaukee was missing all those starters. I tweeted any of those Buck starters or any of those Valley guys are definitely in play. Vucevic fouled out unfortunately in the third quarter, so a little unlucky there, and then Julius Randle too. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to come up just a bit short here. A couple of other value guys I talked about that did really well. Jonathan Isaac for the Magic, he went off at low ownership. Same thing with Christian Wood at 4.4K. Those two guys are pretty big. But yeah, that's out of the way. Let's look into this 4-game slate for Tuesday. So before we get into the salaries, let's look at how the teams managed in their first preseason game last year. So the Spurs have actually already played a preseason game. So I looked at their second preseason game of the year last year. And this is where the minutes were kind of the same here with Popovich. Popovich is really, a coach you kind of want to stay away from for preseason. And he just spreads out the minutes, basically plays the whole team. So, yeah, the Spurs are kind of a stay away here. Miami, a couple starters here with Magruder playing 31. A couple guys played in the mid-20s. If we look at Dallas, kind of like this, Doncic played 30 minutes. A couple other guys played in the high 20s. So Dallas is definitely a team I'm considering. OKC played some pretty decent minutes as well. Schroeder and Ferguson. Ferguson playing 34, Schroeder playing 27. Minnesota, Tom Thibodeau always runs the starters out there into the ground. Not as many as I would have thought, but Cat played 24. Andrew Wiggins played 26. The Suns, a couple guys with the younger guys, Ayton, Josh Jackson, not there anymore, but a couple guys got into the 30s. If you look at Denver, a little more conservative with a lot of guys in the low 20s. And then the Trailblazers here at, pretty spread out as well, kind of like the Spurs. So not too high on either the Trailblazers or the Spurs. But yeah, let's look into the prices. So again, just like last slate where I liked a lot of those power forwards and centers, same thing here again. I want to jam in a lot of those power forwards and centers into my lineup again. So let's start actually with center. Cat at the top here at 9.1K. Has a good amount of upside going up against DeAndre Ayton. Two, players that don't play a whole lot of defense. So there could be a good back and forth there. Cat at 9.1K, definitely like him. Jokic, it looks like he's going to be held out. So we could look to, let's go to Denver really quick. So it looks like they're just holding Jokic out, looks like. Yeah. So, Paul Millsap gets a slight boost. Probably Mason Plumlee will pick up the start. And he would be one of the better value plays here at 4.2K. So I do look Mason Plumlee a good amount as a value play. I'd assume he picks up the start. But yeah, like I said, the Nuggets still, probably the starters will get into the low 20s minutes. But again, Mason Plumlee, if he picks up the start, I think I would like him as a value play. But yeah, back to centers. Cat, I like, again, the upside there at 9.1. Aldridge, I'll probably stay away from. Probably going to play 15 to 20 minutes. Porzingis is a guy that I'm considering here at 6.7. I don't know how much he's going to play. coming back from the ACL injury. But if I had to guess, I'd say 20 to 25 minutes. They probably want to get him out there for some decent runs. So I like him a decent amount there at 6.7. Same thing with Ayton. Cat's one of the worst defenders in the league. So I wouldn't mind pairing both Ayton and Cat together in the same lineup. Then Bam and Adebayo at 5.6K. Really like this play. No Hassan Whiteside out of there. Bam has huge upside, so 5.6K is way too cheap. The minutes, probably would be decent for him. I'd guess a 20 to 25 is always a pretty safe projection for the preseason. So, I really do like Bam too here. Steven Adams is okay at 5.5K. Doesn't have a whole lot of offensive game though. Again, Millsap I think is okay. Whiteside looks like he is going to play here with no Nurkic. I think he has a lot of upside. Again, he's a guy that can get you there in blocks and steals. So 5.2K, I like Whiteside a good amount too. And then, that's basically it. Noel's a guy that always gets you there in blocks and steals, but don't know if we have to go there. Boban, don't know if the minutes will be there. It's really like I want to spend up on power forwards and center. So Cat I really like. Again, Porzingis I like. DeAndre Ayton I like. Bam and Adebayo I like. And Hassan Whiteside I like. Let's look at power forwards. So we're going to talk about Aldridge. We're going to talk about Porzingis. We're going to talk about Bam. Gallinari's okay at 5.6K. Let's see. Other options. Oubre's going to miss this game. There's really not a whole... Cameron Johnson you could look to, the young guy. He's getting some praise from Monty Williams. Let's see. He's first-round pick at 4.6K. That just seems too cheap. So if he's going to pick up the start, I like him a decent amount here as a value play. Let's see. Other options. Sarge seems really cheap here at 4.2K. Don't mind that as a value play. Again, Plumlee if he picks up the start for Jokic. Zach Collins is okay here at 4.1K. That's kind of it. Again, a lot of things can change here, guys. It's really important to follow me on Twitter. I'll have that in the description below. When news comes out, when we get like minutes projections, when we get like injuries and stuff, I always give my thoughts. So really important to follow me on Twitter. And then also I'll be live streaming 30 minutes before lock on my YouTube channel. So be sure to check out the live stream as well. That's basically it for power forward. So let's look at small forward here. DeRozan sat out last game at 6.6K. I'd assume he's going to be back here. This is a situation to monitor, but I don't think I would even want to go to DeRozan because the minutes would probably just be 15 to 20. Jimmy Butler's okay here at 6.2K, and he's going to be the main man here for Miami. I think the price tag is too cheap on him, so I think he's a really solid mid-tier play. Wiggins is kind of a stay away. He's too scoring dependent for me. Let's see. Other options. Will Barton's a guy that's going to shoot the ball a ton off the bench. Coming back from the hamstring injury, though, I don't think I want to go there. Michael Porter Jr. at 4.3K. They said he will play in this game. Now, he's been a guy that's been dealing with injuries throughout his career, but this is a really, really cheap price tag. I expect to go, so I don't know how many minutes we can project with this guy. Maybe they play it safe because, again, he's been dealing with so many injuries in his career, but 4.3K, that's a really cheap price tag. So I like Michael Porter Jr. a good amount here. Lonnie Walker would be a spur I would consider just because the price tag here at 4.2K. Again, I don't think the minutes will be too high, but 15 to 20 minutes at close to minimum price. He's solid. Again, he was pretty good in that first game. Let's see. Duncan Robinson's a guy that lit it up in the summer league, but he's more scoring dependent. If his shot's not falling, he can hurt you. But at min price, he can knock down some threes. So Darius Bazley here for the Thunder. He was their first-round pick, and he looked pretty good in the open scrimmage that the Thunder had. I'd assume they want to give the rookie a decent amount of run. I like he's small forward, power forward eligible, so you can play him at small forward if you want. At flat minimum price, he's another value guy that I do like on the slate. That's basically it. So let's move on to shooting guard. Shooting guard, we've got Doncic and Booker at the top. Like them both a good amount. Again, Dallas, the starters last year in the first preseason game, Doncic played 30 minutes. So, I like him a good amount here at 7.4K. Same thing with Booker at 7.2K. The Suns starters got a good amount of run too, close to 30 minutes. Not as scared of Minnesota's defense at all. Booker's is going to be a guy that's when he's out there, he's going to shoot the ball a ton. He's going to run the point a good amount when he's out there as well. So Doncic and Booker at the top. Really like both those guys. CJ will probably be a stay away. The Trailblazers really just spread out the minutes there in their first preseason games. I'm kind of off all the Trailblazers guys. Again, Jimmy Butler is 6.2K. That just seems too cheap for him. Don't know how many minutes we can expect from him. I would guess 25 probably, just looking at these minutes from the first preseason game last year. But yeah, he seems like a pretty good option. Gary Harris, don't know if I want to go there, a little scoring dependent. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with Westbrook out of town, don't mind this at all. It's going to be him, Chris Paul running the show here for OKC, don't hate that. Jamal Murray at 5.6K with no Jokic, will probably shoot the ball a good amount, so he's in play as well. Derek White, probably going to stay away. Again, the Spurs are really going to spread out the minutes, so don't think I want to go there. Let's see, other options. Schroeder at 4.3K, don't hate that either. Don't know if he'll probably come off the bench like he did last year, but he's a guy, whenever he's out there, he's going to shoot the ball a ton. So 4.3K, he's another value guy we can consider. Tyler Hero, too. He looked great there in the Summer League. Miami loves this guy, so don't think he's going to start, but I think he gets a good amount of run here. So 4.2K, he's another cheap option I like. There's a lot of good rookie cheap options here on the slate. Bryn Forbes was a guy that had a really good game there in the Spurs' first preseason game, but he's just so scoring dependent. I think his stat line was something like 21 points, 1 rebound maybe. So I just never like playing those guys, but at the flat minimum price, I guess you got to consider him, but I just don't think the minutes will be there for him. And then finally, let's look at point guard. So Lillard's probably going to be a stay away for me. Again, Terry Stotts really spread out the minutes there in the first preseason game last year, so don't think I want to pay 8.1K for Lillard. Much prefer Doncic and Booker right below him. Again, CJ's probably a stay away for me. Chris Paul at 5.7 is interesting. I just don't think he gets that much run here in this game. I think Billy Donovan's going to want to see what he has in the younger guys with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dennis Schroeder. So, the price tag is pretty appealing at 5.7K. I just don't know how many minutes he's going to get. Jeff Teague's always just like okay in the mid-range. Nothing to be too excited about, though. Rubio, 5.4K, I do like a decent amount. He's just going to dish out a lot of assists. He's a guy that doesn't have to score to get you there for fantasy points. Talked about that with Lonzo Ball in my video yesterday. I really like Lonzo Ball just because, again, he doesn't have to score to get you fantasy points. Ricky Rubio's the same way. In the mid-price, I think he's okay. He doesn't have huge upside, but seems pretty safe. DeJounte Murray would probably, be my favorite Spur, I guess. Him or Lonnie Walker looked really good there in their first preseason game. It's just the minutes were cut short for him. DeRozan probably going to be come back. That would take some usage away. So, if DeJounte Murray, if I knew he was going to play 25 minutes, he would be one of my favorite plays of the day. But just Greg Popovich, I really think is going to spread out the minutes. So, don't think I can go there. Let's see. Other options. I already talked about Schroeder. I think he's a really solid value play. And I think that's about it, honestly. So, yeah, really kind of feel the same way as I did for the slate on Monday. I want to jam in a lot of those power forwards and centers. Those guys with the big upside. Guys like Towns, guys like Porzingis, Ayton, Bam Adebayo, really like him. Whiteside. Those guys just have so much upside. And then Mason Plumlee is a cheap option too. So I really want to jam in a lot of those bigs and then go kind of value at guard. But that's kind of my thoughts for this slate, at least for now. Again, a lot of things can change. I'm making this video Monday night. So again, really important to follow me on Twitter as well as check out the stream. I'll be live 30 minutes before lock. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content so far, again, I really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe. If you want to get entered into the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry into the giveaway. And yeah, I'll be back for another video. I think we got us some NBA games tomorrow, Wednesday. So I will see you guys then.